Welcome to Mildly Interesting. I always look at some random things that I think it would be perfect sharing it to you. Here are my top 3 interesting things that I found this week. Have you ever wondered what people are Googling? To celebrate the 25th anniversary of Google Search, Google made a game called Most Searched Playground, which takes you to a treasure hunt to find the 25 most searched people, places, and moments in the past 25 years. I'm sure these things shaped a lot of people's collective digital memory. So first we have the music category. The most searched songwriter is Taylor Swift. And then we have the most searched boy band, BTS. For the most searched rock band, it is the Beatles. Then we have the most searched classical composer, Ludwig van Beethoven. And here is the list of top 5 most searched classical composer. And for the most searched subculture, it is punk subculture. I'm a person that don't listen to any songs or music, so I cannot have a lot of comments on this list. The next category, we have art and science. So the most searched artist is Leonardo da Vinci, and here is the top 3 most searched painting from him. And next we got the most searched breakthrough. I'm not sure why breakthrough itself have its own subcategory, but the most searched breakthrough is fusion breakthrough. The most searched scientist is Albert Einstein, no surprise. And the most searched emoji is the heart emoji. I'm not surprised the heart being the most searched one because it is also the second most used emoji. Actually, I've made a video about emojis and it tells you what is the most used emoji in each country. So if you wonder what's the most used emoji in your country, you can check that after watching this video. And for the most searched astrological sign, we have Leo. You Leos, should you examine why other people looking for your sign? Are you so difficult to get along with? But to interpret this statistically, I would say one reason is due to the population. I've seen some reports saying that August and September are the 2 months that have most people born, so statistically more people will search for Leo. Given Virgo is being the third, this assumption may make some sense. And we are going to games. The most searched athlete is Cristiano Ronaldo. I think even people don't watch football will know him. And the most searched Pokemon is Pikachu. That's no surprise, it is the main character. And for the most searched anime in the past 25 years is Naruto. I don't watch any anime, but this is definitely popular for so many years to be on this list because this is based on the last 25 years search. And now for the most searched toy, it is Barbie. I believe Barbie, Lego, and Rubik's Cube are the top 5 best-selling toys ever. And for the most searched video game, it is Minecraft. You can definitely see a lot of people playing this game, and you can also find a lot of content related to Minecraft on YouTube as well. And now we are entering the culture category. The most searched sneaker is Air Jordan, and Air Jordan 1 being the most searched in all the Air Jordan shoes. And we jump from our feet to our head. The most searched haircut is bob. If you are like me, don't know what is a bob, here is a brief description. A short to medium length haircut, which the hair is typically cut at approximately jaw level to shoulder level. It stayed popular for so long because it is a relatively low maintenance haircut. And the second thing is it is really customizable. So you can change it according to the shape of your face or what is the trend is going on. So its popularity lasts for so long. Next, the most searched fictional princess is Ariel. And for the most searched superhero, it is Spider-Man. Coming out from some fictional thing, we have the most searched cake. It is pancake. And here are the top 5 of the most searched cake. I really don't know what this 25 things list is based on. The things that Google chose seems to be very interesting. And now we are moving to the final category, travel. The most searched cuisine is Chinese cuisine. At first, I thought it is Italian cuisine. Italian is the second, so it's not too far from my prediction. And the third, I'm a little bit surprised. It is Thai cuisine. I didn't expect it to be the third most searched cuisine, but yeah, Thai food is amazing. The most searched city is NYC, the New York City, followed by London, Paris, and Madrid. But can you guess the number 5 most searched city? It is Hong Kong. Before looking at the answer, I think it could be Rome, Sydney, Tokyo, or other big cities in the US. Let's explore this more to see which part of the world search Hong Kong the most. First is Singapore, not surprising, and then we have Vietnam, Malaysia, Philippines. The first one, not an Asian country, is Australia. What else do we have? United Arab Emirates, India, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Russia. You can see a lot of Asian country. If you want to compare any trend, like what is the most searched thing, you can go to this. This is called Google Trends. This is a very interesting website that you can use to compare the things. Surprisingly, like Hong Kong is the fifth. So definitely you can see, I don't know why here it shows that London is more than New York, much more. And yeah, of course, because we are in United Kingdom, we need to look at worldwide. So we have Madrid, still not making sense. Past day, or not past day. We are back. This is the very interesting one. The most searched type of pizza. The most searched type of pizza is the Chicago style pizza. So in general, it is thicker than other pizza, is a totally different texture. I think the top 5 list here will really trigger the Italian. I know the Italians don't like pineapple on pizza. I don't know how they feel about the Chicago style pizza. Do they recognize it as a pizza?
This is the best pizza, Matteo. The best pizza.
What the fuck?
The best.
Never seen something like that in my life. What the fuck is that? No, it's water.
Nah.
It's disgusting. Disgusting. No, disgusting.
We have Eiffel Tower being the most searched landmark, surprise surprise. Finally, we have beach vacation being the most searched vacation. Interesting game, interesting data. Thank you Google for making this. I still have 2 mildly interesting things to share. But first, if you find these random facts interesting or you learned something new, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Number 2. Kush Dili. If you think you just heard some bird singing, you are wrong. This is Kush Dili, also known as the Turkish bird language. It is a whistled language used by a group of people living in the province of Giresun. It is believed that 400 years ago, people in there started to transform the vocal Turkish into this whistled to communicate. It is an adaptation for them to overcome the steep terrain, so they don't need to climb over the mountain to send the message. And the whistles can travel much further than shouting. If you don't believe me, watch this.
Osmanlı'da mı değil?
The whistle can travel up to 5 kilometers. I think it's really impressive they only use the pitch and melody to recreate not just some simple words, but complete sentences. However, this interesting language now only have 10,000 speakers, and it is expected to decline rapidly. There are 2 reasons. So first, the appeal of cell phone. So now they don't need to spend time to learn a new language, they only need to use the phone to communicate. And the second thing, the younger generation are moving out. They are going to some bigger cities in Turkey to find jobs and other opportunities. That's why there's no more young people learning this language. There are other regions also use whistled language to communicate, mainly because of the same reason. They're living on the mountains or some steep terrain. For example, Canary Islands, Greece, Northern Niles, and some parts of Africa. and all these whistled language are facing the same problem. A little good news is UNESCO included the Turkish bird language in its 2017 list of intangible cultural heritage. I don't think this can do much, but I think at least this keeps a record of the creativity of humans, how they use their amazing voice to overcome the physical barrier to communicate without the help of technology. Talking about bird language, you know there is a group of people trying to study the language of bird. Of course, I am not talking about word by word, but people find that the language of bird is much more complicated than we think. To oversimplify them, we can identify their movements and 5 types of voice: song, companion calls, territorial aggression, begging, and alarm. Even for alarm itself, birds present different messages according to the type of predators, like a bobcat, how far they are, how many are there, and even they can predict their arrival upon 30 minutes ahead. So it could be a useful skill for humans to survive if you are living in a forest. This unpopular language makes me think of many people trying to learn a new language in a new year, but they often say, I'm interested in language X, but it is not practical. I cannot find a reason that I learned it. Yes, there are some language having a larger population, and there are some language may have a higher opportunity to benefit your career, but there is one thing called hobby. Your interest is already a sufficient reason for you to learn a new language. I have heard people start learning Welsh after hearing an interesting village in Wales called So no matter the reason, you can learn a new language if you want. Number 1. They sleep 10,000 times a day. In 2014, Wang Yang Li, a behavioral ecologist, realized penguins nodding off when he is working in Antarctica. So a few years ago, Lee gathered some colleagues visiting the King George Island, a colony of chin-strap penguins nesting. These are trim-strap penguins. Their name comes from their recognizable narrow black bands under their heads. And those are the only species of penguin that the research is investigating. But because I'm lack of footage, so maybe you can see other penguins in the video, the team caught 14 penguins and outfitted them GPS and data loggers. They recorded an extensive range of sleeping-related factors, including brain activity, muscle movement, and posture, along with video monitoring. And the result is astonishing. Most penguins had over 10,000 sleep per day, averaging 4 seconds each. Although this can accumulate 11 hours sleep per day, this micro-sleeping behavior is challenging our current understanding of sleeping. We believe that fragmentation sleeping or micro-sleeping are likely to cause us poor quality of sleep. Since we humans need to enter what we call a stage 3 sleep, a deep sleep can help us remove the waste from our brain, repair our body, and let us feeling rest after we woke up. However, the research argues that 4 seconds sleeping by the penguins can help them to reach a slow wave sleeping. You can think it as a stage 3 sleeping in humans, but it is applied to birds. In other words, they are getting the benefits of long sleeping in just that 4 seconds. This brings out a question: why they have such an unusual sleeping pattern? This allowed them to sleep and remain alert as an adaptation for survival, and keep an eye on their nests, eggs, and chicks from predator and other penguins. Yes, penguins steal other penguins' eggs and chicks. Interesting enough, the study finds that the penguin in the center of the colony have a lower sleep duration than the penguins outside the colony. This seems like contradicting to what we thought, because we are thinking penguins outside the colony, they are more dangerous, so they need to be more alert and have a shorter sleeping time. To explain this, the researchers think because penguins are too noisy. Actually, studies before had already realized the unusual sleeping pattern on penguins. In 1984, study found captive little penguins exhibit a state called quiet wakefulness, but each lasted 42 seconds, which is much longer than the research this time, which is 4 seconds. In 1986, Another study report a similar short burst sleeping on captive emperor penguins, but it only occupied 14% of total sleep of the emperor penguins. But for this research on chinstrap penguin, the microsleeping occupies 75% of the total sleeping time. Is it because the difference between captive and wild penguins, or the difference between the species of the penguin, or the different research time? For instance, the penguins are in breeding periods. This requires more time to find out. It is very interesting that animals have such an extremely different sleeping patterns. No matter you're elephant, penguin, or human watching this video, hope you won't take naps when you shouldn't, and wish you have good quality sleep in the new year.